What's up, it's Matt in Japan, and welcome back to my channel. And today I'm bringing you from the Transformers War for Cybertron Trilogy Kingdom line. This is Deluxe Class Predacon Scorponok. So there he is, still in the packaging, and let's take a look at the front here. As always, I have a very nice piece of artwork here in Scorpion mode. And you do see some really nice colors of purple and red and gray. Really loving the color scheme on this guy. On the side, you have him in his robot mode. Again, looking very nice, and I love the picture of the little bee missile shooting out of his claw. That's so cool that they included that. So yeah, very standard packaging here. You have product information on the bottom, much of the same on the top. And you do have your Kingdom artwork on the side. And as of today, it is July 28th. So that means tomorrow's the big day for the Kingdom release on Netflix. Cannot wait. And on the back, we have some product shots. There you have Scorponok in his robot mode. And you get a little bit of close-up of the bee there. And you do see him in his Scorpion mode, and he does convert in 24 steps, although the sticker is right over that. But I just checked, and it is 24 steps. So, without further ado, let's get Scorponok, or rather Predacon Scorponok, out of the packaging and see what he's all about. Okay, so we have Kingdom Predacon Scorponok out of the packaging, and let's take a look at his accessories first before we get into the detail. So he does come with two accessories. One is a little double missile pod here, and it's cast in a gray plastic, and it has some nice maroon paint over the top and a little bit of hollowness on the bottom, but not a big deal. And the very cool accessory that he does come with on the other side is this little bee missile here. And it does have some really nice metallic purple paint on the wings there. It actually has some nice sculpt work as well. You do get a little bit more of that maroon paint for the eyes, and you can see just how they've sculpted the legs and a little bit of the abdomen there. And it's all just one piece with the peg built in on the back. So that's very cool. I really like the detail on this guy. So it can just plug in either side of his claw. And there are ports. Once you open up his claw, there are ports inside. So you kind of have to hold his arm and while you plug it in. So there's the bee missile on that side. And then on this side, you do see the port there. And this just plugs in like so. And you can close the claws while the missiles are in there, so it can be like a surprise, kind of like a surprise attack. So that's very cool. Now this one doesn't close so easily. I guess if you put it vertically, it does close. If you put it horizontally, this part will fall off. I've had that fall off a couple times. So, all right, so let's just keep those closed for now, and let's take a look at the detail on this guy. We're starting off in Scorpion mode, and let's take a look at the head first. I don't know a lot about scorpions, but this looks very authentic, I think. We get some nice red paint. Again, that sort of nice deep maroon red paint for the eyes and the fangs here. And you get some nice detail on the purple part. And going down, again, it does have some really nice textured surface here. So you get some really nice vibrant paint for the claws there. And again, we just showed that off there with the missile inside there. And then going down the top part, he does have sort of a gray, sort of a grayish paint alongside here. And there's a little bit of difference, a little bit darker here and lighter there. And it goes up to the scorpion tail there. And the scorpion tail on the very tip, again, does have a little bit of texture on it. And you do see some sort of spikes and stuff on the tail there. And now the legs, the legs have some actually very nice detail, but they're a little bit too sort of spindly and too easily moved for my taste. I kind of don't like these legs. When you put them down, it's kind of hard to pose the legs. I think mainly because the middle two legs are on ball joints. Actually, the middle two legs are one ball joint, so it tends to be a little bit difficult to pose. This outer or the last leg is on a ball joint as well. These are all on ball joints, so you can get some articulation out of them. But again, they a little bit difficult to pose for my taste. So speaking of articulation, again, all these legs are articulated. Now, one thing I think they kind of missed on this is that the tail is really not as articulated as I was hoping it was going to be. You do get a bend right there, and this part is actually on a ball joint as well, so you do get some motion there, and that comes off very easily. Again, I've had pieces fall off this figure here and there, so just be careful. And that part does go up and down, in and out like that. So you get a little bit of articulation in the tail. It would have been nice if this kind of had a joint here and could bend over like he's stinging his enemies or something. Also for articulation, there's no head or anything at the main body. Again, like I showed you, the claws can open and close and can rotate here. But again, that's because of transformation. And you do get some movement on the front arms like so. So there's some limited articulation. Again, these legs are a little bit of a pain in the butt to sort of get posed. If you have them on a flat surface, it's not so bad. But again, as you can tell, he's just trying to get him flat. So there he is. And let's just bring in Black Arachnia for a size comparison. So there's Black Arachnia and Scorponok side by side. So you can see how they scale there. So obviously, yeah, the size here is totally off. This makes no sense at all. Bringing out Black Arachnia and bringing in Kingdom Rhinox. Again, the scale is totally off, but there's just a quick size comparison. So anyways, yeah, starting off in Scorpion mode here with Scorponok. I don't really know much about this character. I just picked up this figure, so I was very curious. But we'll get him transformed into his robot mode and see how he looks. Alright, so we have Predacon Scorponok all transformed into his robot mode. So let's take a look at his details here in robot mode. Now this guy is very top heavy, back heavy, so he's a little bit difficult to stand up and pose, but for the most part he holds up pretty well. So first and foremost, taking a look at the head sculpt, I think the head sculpt on this guy came out amazing. You see some really nice gold accents there for the top of the head and on the sides of the mouth here, and also the visor. You see some really nice silver paint for the mouth and a little bit of a purple goatee there. But just the head sculpt looks amazing, really nice, really like the head sculpt. Going down the body, again, you see that really nice texture detail with the gray plastic and a little bit more of the gold paint on the middle there. And going down, you do get some more detail and some more nice gold paint against the purple. The contrast is very nice. Some very nice gold paint and accents on the shins here. You do get a little bit more detail on the feet here. Very cool. I really like how the feet look on this guy, and some sort of nice design with the ribbed part there on the legs. And again, more of that sort of textured detail all over the place, and more of it on the top of the shoulders here. Again, you see the spikes that you saw in Beast mode, and also some really nice paint and detail on the arm here. You get some nice yellow paint and a little bit more of the red there with the gray plastic. Again, the color scheme on this guy looks really cool. And as you saw in Scorpion mode, he does have his accessories there. So yeah, very cool. He's a little bit, like I said, he's a little bit top heavy. And also the transformation is not too bad, but a little bit finicky getting all the legs to fit back here, to fit in the scorpion tail. Now you can do one thing with the scorpion tail. You can sort of collapse this and have it like this if you don't really want the scorpion tail kind of sticking up. Looks a little bit more streamlined like that. But I think the official images have the scorpion tail sort of hanging over his head, ready to strike his enemies. So yeah, so not too bad as far as the detail on this guy. Again, the paint scheme, the paint and also the color scheme looks really nice on this guy, especially through the legs. You do get a little bit of hollowness, actually a lot of hollowness on the back of the legs. I want to say it's for transformation. It is and it isn't. It's too bad. It's kind of very unsightly on the back there. And again, you get some really hollow parts for the underside of the tail. Now that is because of transformation. The scorpion, the legs do fit in the tail. Actually, one of his legs fits in the back of the tail section there. So that hollowness cannot actually be helped. But this is a little bit unsightly. Other than that, he's not too bad. He does have quite a honking backpack. So again, he's a little bit difficult to stand up, but I haven't really had a problem so far. It's just kind of the weight distribution. He does look like he's about to fall. So just trying to get him to stand up here so we can do some comparisons. Here he is with Dinobot, just for a Voyager class comparison there. So you can see how he scales with a smaller or bigger character there. And just taking Dinobot out there. So getting into articulation here, his head is on a ball joint. It can do the full 360. Actually, my copy is very tight. And it can go up and down a little bit, not too much side to side, very limited in the head department. The shoulders can go all the way around, so that's very nice. And the arms can go up and down like that. And because of transformation, you do actually get another joint there, so you can actually, it's a soft ratchet joint, so you can actually put his arm way up like that. So you get a lot of articulation in the arm. Has an upper bicep swivel, has about a 90 degree at the elbow, And again, the claw does swivel on that joint there. You can open and close the claw very easily. So a lot of movement on the arms, getting his arms out of there. He does have a waist swivel, but again, it's very, it's hindered. You don't really want to go the full 360 because you're going to hit this back part. So, but there is waist articulation. There is an upper thigh swivel, full 360 there. And there is a very deep knee bend, again, because of transformation. And he does have some transformation joints here for the legs. And also he has the ankle rocker joint, very deep ankle rocker joint, both sides. So you can get him in some, some decent poses. But again, just because he's so top heavy, he's a little bit difficult to pose. So final thoughts for this figure. I'm kind of half and half. I do like the color scheme. I really like the design and the look. Transformation is not that hard. It's pretty easy, a little bit finicky here and there. Overall, I think probably his Scorpion mode is probably the best out of the two modes. Again, I'm not really, don't really know a lot about this character. Just thought I'd pick him up because I was very curious as to what he was like in hand. As far as recommending him, unless you're like have a deep, connection to this character, I would probably say skip this guy. I'm not too crazy about him. I do like the head sculpt and the paint and the color scheme though. So if you do like sort of the aesthetics of this figure, then definitely pick him up. Anyways, this has been Matt in Japan for Kingdom Predacon Scorponok. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Have a great day.